Hi-ho again to my wonderful Wizards of Ink. This is Rebecca, and here's a lesson on how to remount your wood stamps so that they become clear-mounted rubber stamps. How cool is that? It's actually easier than I ever thought it would be. What you need for this is, of course, your old wood-mounted stamp set that you'd like to remount. A pair of scissors. I like to use the Craft & Rubber scissors because they are they're ready for heavy duty. They may get a little sticky, so I kind of try to veer away from my regular scissors on this. And Tombow Multi-Adhesive glue. Awesome glue, love this. And a little bit of waxed paper. And you're ready to go. So if there's a stamp that you want to remount, here's how you do it. You want to get this off of here, and you can go and microwave it for 10 to 20 seconds until the glue loosens up. I guess depending on the size of the stamp, it will loosen up for you so that it's easier to take off the block. I find that it's pretty easy to take off the block without microwaving it. You may find it's different depending on where you are. Different areas of the country have different humidity and stuff. If you see it starting to tear the foam, of course, take a little bit more care with it and microwave it, and it should pop right off of there. So now what you have is a sticky back here, and what you want to do is actually take off the label as well. So you just need a little bit of a fingernail there to peel off the label. Do it nice and slow so that you don't rip it. Even if it rips though, don't get weirded out. You can always put it back on. And you want to, of course, match the right side if you have a design that depends on that. And you're just going to stick it right back on because this label will still be sticky and the back of the foam is also sticky. So that's going to stick right on there for you. Then you want to trim the label right around here. Voila! Okay, there you have a stamp that's ready to be mounted on clear, except for one thing. This is not a clingy label like we now have. This is just a regular plastic label. So what we're going to do with the Tombow Multi-Adhesive is just add a thin layer of glue. You don't need too much, actually, just a very thin layer. Notice how I'm using the fatter end of this glue. This glue has two ends, a thin end and a fatter end. This distributes a little bit more of it at one time, and it also helps you spread it out. So spread it out thoroughly but thin, a thin layer. And then you're just going to let that dry for, it only really takes about 20 minutes to dry this. And that's going to dry clear for you, and then it's going to become sticky. And if you don't believe me, here's one that I did the other day. You see, I don't know if you can see that, but you can tell that if you look at it in certain lights, you can see that it has the glue on it. You know, I would avoid touching it like I'm doing. I'm just trying to show you. But so it's sticky, and it's going to stick very well. Actually, better than the cling stamps. It's going to stick to your DVD case, and it's going to stick really well, of course, to your clear mount stamp blocks. Oops, clear mount stamp blocks. It's going to be actually even better than the cling because it stays there without having to really push it on. But after the 20 minutes, if you want to see if it's sticky or whatever, sometimes it's actually a little bit too sticky at first. So you want to just take a piece of wax paper, put it on and off a couple of times so that if there's any excess glue, you get that off of there. But after that, you should have a whole set of stamps that can be just put into a DVD case, and you make your own clear mount set of stamps. Isn't that cool? And they do sell these, we do sell these DVD cases in sets of 4 for $4.95, empty. So consider that. Okay, this has been Rebecca telling you from the wonderful Wizards of Ink, telling you how to remount your wooden stamps. See you again soon. Bye!